Hey, Tap here. I'm processing my words. Um, we all have those moments. If you've listened to previous posts that I've put here, uh, I came to that realization earlier this week that I am in a place of peace that I've never been in before. I talked about being able to, and I've mentioned it before, being able to be at a point of peace in your life and still being able to cope with all the hard stuff, the rough spots, the bumps along the way, because they're always going to be there. We don't get away from them, even when we get to a level of peace. I'm on a healing journey, uh, enjoying this phase of peace in my life, which I have never felt before. And for me, I always say healing is a forever journey. Even if I heal on something, there will always be something else for me to focus on and to continue to grow, evolve, and heal from. And then I move on to the next thing. Prior to me doing that post and talking about the level of peace that I came to the realization that I hit, I received some really good news. I've been on a legal journey for a long time, and I just kept on having hurdle after hurdle. And I got an email communication that it was moving forward in the direction that I've wanted it to go. So it kind of just felt like that was the cherry on the top of me hitting that point of peace right now in my life. Not even 24 hours after that, I go to the doctor, determined to talk about um, resolving my health issues, and had a candid, pleasant but unpleasant conversation on where I think I am and what I think my journey forward is looking like. It didn't impact me right away. Well, maybe it did. I went over to the mall, did some retail therapy, responsible retail therapy with my daughter, had a good evening, had a good night. And then I sat in my bed and everything just came rushing in. I'm talking about whispers behind my smile, this 12-week program that I am putting myself through to drown myself in an abundance of love, self nurturing, self care. I'm focusing on 5 areas of my life, and I know I'm on the right path. I don't have it all figured out, but I know I'm on the right path. I can feel it in my soul. I'm on the right path. But when I sat in my bed last night and the realization hit that the thought I had about the path for my health is not as scheduled the way I have scheduled it, it hit hard. Um, there's other areas of my life that are in play right now, and my health is deterring me from making certain decisions and going in certain directions. And I know somebody's probably going to tell me that I shouldn't make it impact my decisions, but my health becomes other people's responsibility. And I'm not comfortable in putting my health situation on other people as a responsibility. My daughter takes on a lot of that already today. There's some key people in my life that I love from my soul who are also a part of my sanity check in regards to being able to cope from day to day. But I'm not necessarily looking to add anything or anyone else into the mix of that. I really just want to reverse where I am right now and progress in a different journey, or in a different direction, actually, so I can enjoy this journey of my life. I woke up this morning and my heart felt heavy. I felt sad, to be quite honest, because I just feel like I am putting in the work. I plan to put in a lot more work. And that level of positivity to get me through felt like the cup was empty. I did my morning journaling, did my meditation, which I've been slacking on. And while writing in my journal, I wrote this one sentence: find and sustaining peace during the rough spots. Right after that, I wrote, this is one of those can't catch a break moments of frustration and self pity, but I have to continue. That is my only option. Yeah, the journal, in case you guys are wondering where I'm reading from, right? That is my only option. And the reason why I'm posting this today, more for me than for you, but sharing with you, I have just started my 12-week journey of self-love. I've talked about it in previous posts. I'll link it in I'll link some of the links from the previous post here in the description. My focus really is on 5 areas of my life: my mindfulness, my movement, my nourishment, my body and my soul care, and my home. I don't plan to veer off the path of that. All of this that I'm looking at, all of this that I'm going to invest my time, my heart, and my soul into is for the betterment of me. I've invited you, any of you that are interested, to send me a message and jump on board with me, and we do this together. Again, your 12 weeks doesn't have to start with my 12 weeks. Maybe you want to start in the new year. It doesn't matter. Keeping in touch and building community is more important for me in terms of being on a scheduled timeline together doing something. Supporting each other is more important to me than trying to figure out how to get everybody on week 1. My week 1 is going to be wrapping up on Sunday, and I'll be back before then and then to kind of share where I am and what week 2 will look like. But this post today that I am putting here is to remind me that I do need to figure out how to find and sustain the peace that I am in right now, even through the rough spots. I'm still processing the communication I had with my doctor yesterday, and I've gone through the emotions of tears, anger, frustration, disbelief, doubt, and I'm going to go through all of those emotions. But what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to let it completely ransack my mindset from what I'm about to do for myself over the next 12 weeks. I am not going to let it completely deter me from enjoying the level of peace that I have never felt in my entire life. And as I just said, and you're hearing me say, I have a lot of different things that are going in a very opposite direction that should be driving my peace out the window, running with their bags. And instead, I'm going to continue to focus on my mindset to help me, to nurture me, to guide me, to continue in my peaceful state, and to figure out how to coexist with the rough spots. I always say the only way out is through, and I truly do believe that the only way out is through, even if sometimes you need to sit in it and sulk, which is where I'm at right now. That's okay. It's not always about skipping through the fields and, rainbow skies and cotton candy clouds or whatever you want to call it. And I'm pretty sure I just said that reverse, but it is what it is right about now. There's always going to be a rough spot. There's always going to be something bad, something devastating, something hurtful, something that's going against the grain of the path that you're trying to get to. As I get ready to tap out here, I just want to remind you to keep going. Those hurdles, those blind spots, those moments of devastation, disappointment, whether it's me with a doctor's appointment, you could be out there looking for a job and get the news that you don't get the job. You're trying to get the loan, you can't get the loan. You want to buy the car, you can't buy the car. Like, there's so many different things that could be happening in your life right now that's not going in the direction that you want it to. And I just want to remind you to keep going. They're there to teach you something, whether we know it or not, whether we figure it out right away or not. These moments that set us back are setting us back to teach us something. And I truly believe that there is always a blessing on the other side of it. So if you're having a moment of doubt, of frustration, of sadness, of perplexement, and whatever other emotion I can't think of right now because I'm just clouded in my own situation, I just want to remind you to be in it for as long as you need to be in it. And just remember that it will not be that way forever. It will eventually change. And take a moment for yourself. Whatever you need to do to decompress your mind, to cope, to get through, do that for as long as you need to. Just remember that there is something on the other side of whatever it is that you're going through right now that may not be as pleasant as you would like it to be. I'll be back, but I'll be back. Whispers behind my smile. One of the many whispers that haunt me. And I will continue, and I will continue, and I will continue, even if I take a minute to sulk. Peace, love, and blessings.